So I am live, I am live, I am live. Yeah, I moved my camera a little bit over here. Actually didn't move it, had took it with me, so I had to put it back up. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Forrest out in St. Louis. I'm gonna give this just a minute to push to all of my other broadcasts. Syndicate out so that it's doing what it do. I'm gonna add this cool little banner right here under the bottom. As you know, as you know, as you know. So if you guys aren't familiar with the banner that's sort of streaming across the bottom here every Sunday night here up through June 28th, each Sunday I'm going to be giving away $50. $50. And the way to enter the win is simply visit this site right here, 50.xtrmtravel.com, 50.xtrmtravel.com. Two things are going to happen. One is you'll have your name entered in a contest to win $50. Second thing that'll happen is you'll get access to a really cool travel savings portal. There's absolutely no catches. You can go in there, you can play around, you can do some price shopping because everybody's going to want to travel. Matter of fact, I just watched this very, very cool video today called Virtual Tour with Virgin coming out with these very sexy, awesome freaking cruise liners. Oh my God. You talk about, and they're coming out with all-inclusive. It's an all-inclusive cruise. So once you pay your deal, you don't have to pay for anything. And then there was a few exceptions that, like alcohol, I think you had to pay for that, but it was really affordable if you drink. So they had a coffee bar, they had a barbershop. They had some really, really cool stuff on these, but it's all inclusive on these ships that they're launching. So very, very neat video. If you'd like to watch it, I don't know if I did a replay on my timeline or not. I may do a replay on my timeline in the morning. If you'd like to see the link, shoot me a private message or get that to you. But it's a very, very cool. I guess he's like the CEO of marketing or whatever's on there. He's talking about the launch of these absolutely gorgeous cruise liners. They look more like super large yachts. Very, very sexy. Just, I was like, man. And the cool thing about them, no kids allowed. It's adults only cruises. These are like for grown folks types kind of cruises, which I was like, man, sign me up for that package right there. So I was like, yeah, I mean, if I want to take kids, I'm going to Disney. But for this, I was just totally just all on that. So if you'd like to enter to win, check out, save some money on some travel vacations. I mean, right now is the best time to book. If you guys haven't noticed, if you're thinking about traveling down the road, go book your stuff now. Go reserve the room now so that you have it, because rates are going to start going back up. Prices are going to start going back up. The more we open up next couple of days, airfare is going to start to skyrocket right back up. So I know a couple of airlines are adding actually more they're actually adding more planes and then seating fewer people with more flights. So that's going to be a little bit more crazy too. So I would challenge you guys to go do that. So let's talk about green eggs and ham and jump into this really quick. You're like, what the heck does green eggs and ham have to do with anything at all? It's just one of my favorite books. I like the green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? Would you like them over there? Would you like them in a box? Would you like them with a fox? Would you like them on a train? Would you like them in the rain? No, I don't like them, Sam. I am. So here's the moral. Here's the moral of that story is that the Sam I am character kept asking and kept following up and kept asking and kept following up and kept asking. Finally, at the end of the book, at the end of the story, I don't even know the names. It's been a long time. It's just in my head. But he finally submits and says, sure, I'll go ahead and try your green eggs and ham. I'm sure I'm not going to like them, Sam, I am. And they go back and through the Dr. Seuss thing when he tries them and he likes them. And the cool thing about that was the consistency and persistency of the story. It's consistently following up until the timing is right for the other person in the story to go ahead and try the green eggs and ham, and then realizes, like, dang, this is really good. Thinking like, man, I could have tried this many times ago and being able to experience. So the moral of that story is if you're reaching out and you're prospecting people and you're not following up, you're missing the opportunity, one, to give them a really good experience down the road. They may not be ready right now. Timing may not be good for them right now. So if you continue to follow up and somebody asks this question, well, I don't want them to think they're bugging me. Well, they will let you know. They will let you know if you're bugging them. They will use these words: stop, comma, please stop, I'm not interested. Or they'll just say stop. Or they'll let you know, and it's always all caps. It's always STOP, comma, stop, please stop, or stop, but it's always all caps, and they'll let you know. At that time, you can just stop, or you can say, so what you're telling me is, I'm just kidding, don't say that part. You just stop, and you can just continue to follow up. So the important part is, how do you follow up so you don't look like you're begging somebody, you don't seem desperate, that you're providing them with value, like in Green Eggs and Ham. He's like, I know that you're going to like these. This eggs and ham are going to be good for you. I know it's good for you. So you do it in a loving way, because you truly believe that your product, service, or opportunity is going to impact that other person's life, right? So that's the whole goal. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do. That's the important thing, what we're talking about. So how do you reach out to somebody? I know that by giving away this $50 here, the $50 is going to impact somebody's life. I mean, give me $50, I'm going to take it. But more importantly, if I can save some people money as a result of giving them $50 or having a $50 giveaway, and people can go in and save money, that's important, right? I don't care how much money you make. If you can save some money, you're all about it. I mean, I love rewards points. I think I've got almost a free coffee pot downstairs. I've got some free shoes. I can ask my wife. It's like, I love rewards points. I love getting free stuff. So if I can help somebody get some free stuff, or help somebody get a reduced cost, or maybe instead of spending $10,000 on a cruise, like on this Virgin Cruise Lines, you can spend $6,000 and then have $4,000 they could spend on another vacation, or $4,000 that you could put in, or maybe pay off some debt on a house, or maybe pay off some debt on some cars, or what. I don't know how much the cruises cost. I'm just making that up. I haven't checked them out, so I have no idea. So when it comes to that, second, and I'm going to change direction, I'm going to change subjects just a little bit here, is no matter what business you're in, no matter where you're at, I know I'm changing direction, there's a lot of stuff going on, is you're an independent entrepreneur, as a network marketer, as an affiliate marketer, or whatever. You are an independent marketer, and you're independent. It's your business. You get to decide who you want to work with, whether it's your upline, your downline, your sideline, or your crossline. You do not get to be treated poorly. You do not get to be treated, talked down to. So it's very, very important that in relationships, you look at a relationship to where you're at, and remember, why are you in the business? Why did you start the business? Did you start the business to get beat up by somebody? Did you start the business to have a downline that just treats you poorly, or a team member that treats you poorly, or a business that treats you poorly? You got there because you wanted to make an impact. You might have started the business simply because you need to make an extra $300 or $400 or $500 a month. So whatever that is you got to make sure that even in that business, that you don't get so desperate. Like being in a job. Some people stay in jobs that are just toxic. I mean, the people around them, they're toxic, their boss is toxic, their managers are toxic, and they stay there because they don't have any other options. As a network marketer, once you learn the skills of network marketing, once you understand the true skill set of prospecting and marketing and follow up, you put that in a box, and you grab your stapler, you can go plug in anywhere you want to, right? If you're in the weight loss and health and fitness, there are tens and thousands of weight loss and health and fitness places available. There might be a better culture for you down the road. I'm not saying just to bail because somebody gets under your nerves. I'm not saying that at all. Sometimes that's a way to sharpen your saw and sharpen your edge and make you a little bit better leader. But if you're truly in a toxic relationship where it makes you just feel crappy, you don't want to be there, you're not excited, then it's probably time to pack up your bags and move on and look at something else. And remember, if you continually move from one deal to the next deal, to the next deal, to the next deal, to the next deal, and you keep having the same problem over and over and over and over, I highly recommend you go look in the mirror, because you might be the problem. You could possibly be the problem in all of those situations. So there's some things you just need to look at from either side of that perspective. Is it you that's the problem? And look at the situation. Do I bring the same problem to every situation? Do I complain about the same thing every single time? Am I talking about this? Do I have a stinking thinking mindset? Where's my mindset at? What is my goal? If somebody gets in my face, so I'm pretty masterful. I'm getting better. Sometimes today I almost wanted to rip this lady's head off because she was all in my face on the phone, and I was like, and she was just just pouring garbage in my ear and just saying just a bunch of just not true stuff, but from her perspective, she was owning that. She had bought into thinking that that's how she was treated because XYZ PDQ, right? And I just really, if I could have reached through the phone and just like smacked her, like, wake up, stop, get out the matrix, unplug from the matrix because you're just all out of whack. So she was doing that to try to manipulate. Some people use those types of tactics to manipulate other people to get them to do what they want to. It's really, really toxic. One of the books that I would recommend you read if you haven't read it is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Very, very cool book. How to Win Friends and Influence People, another very, very good book. And when you dive deep down into them, you look at the relationships that you have with people and how you interact and how you deserve and feel that you deserve to be treated or not. So in those relationships is very, very important. So I wanted to share that with you real quick. If you're in a toxic relationship or you feel there's a toxic relationship, look at two things. Look at it. What am I doing to contribute to this toxic relationship? Do I keep showing up and getting abused, or am I bringing some hate myself? Right? So there's two sides of that. Look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Is it me? Am I looking for an excuse? Am I looking for a reason to lose? Am I looking for a way to get out of this? Is that why I'm just bringing up all the negative stuff? Or am I truly on a mission? And now here's a second part of this. Maybe, now watch this. This is going to mess with your brain a little bit. Maybe your mission, the person that you were born with, the talent that you have inside you, the charisma that you have to drive you forward, that your vision is so big that you're going to impact so many people, is that Satan is putting all of these obstacles in your way to make you quit, because he knows if you're successful, if you're going to let that toxic relationship person mess with you till you quit, then that next person you talk to, babe, is the bread burning? Okay. Maybe the next person, it smells so good too. It's like, oh yes. So I'm going to have some garlic bread. So maybe in that toxic relationship, right? Maybe that's the relationship that needs to sharpen your saw that you have for ammunition, so that the next person that comes into your relationship, maybe that's a tool that you can use to grow and move on and move forward. So there's a lot of reasons. I need to plug my thing in here. It's about to die. There's a lot of reasons people are brought into your life. The green eggs and ham side is like, I'm here to help you. I've got something really good for you. It's really neat. It's going to change and impact your life. And then when you do, like, wow, this is cool. And then there's all the negative the haters out there. Haters are real cool. I like bring the haters, because haters make me sharper. They make me pause and think for a minute. Because I'll come guns a-blazing on you in a second. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Time out, Forrest. How can I, do I really want to deal with this person, or do I just hit poke and block and move on? Or sometimes people are so triggered, they're so used to saying no, they don't know how to really say yes, or they don't know how to ask the right question. So they'll come with a bunch of negative BS at you, right? So they'll come with a bunch of negative mess, and they'll be all up in your face. And when you get really good at taking their words and turning them back around on them, and you use their words, and you can reverse their words back, and you can say them back to them, it makes them say, well, wait a minute, what? And they'll pause. They may not move forward with you, but basically you put them in check and you posture yourself. You didn't buy into their stuff and you don't start a conflict with them. So there's a lot of reasons that people can be put in your life. There's tons of reasons that you are on your mission, And what I found, there's two sides to this, is if I speak it out into the universe and it's coming from my heart, it's a true path that I'm on, it comes back to me. It absolutely comes back to me. And that's a whole nother training. That's a whole nother lesson. That's a whole nother thing that I've learned is that from the books that I've read and things that's very, very cool. And also on the other side of that is you're going to get shot at with negative stuff on a regular basis. So what you talk, what you say, what you feel, what you think is very, very important. So I know that when I'm on a mission, when I'm tracking right, I'm on a mission, and Satan knows that I'm going to impact a bunch of people's lives, he's going to do everything that he possibly can to show up with stuff, to throw it in my face, to try and get me to quit, to try and, throw up obstacles or whatever it might be. Might bring somebody into my life that's really toxic that I've got to deal with, or it's just one little thing after another. Who knows? Maybe my car will break down. So it's going to be all kinds of little stuff that when I'm on the path tracking to going in the direction I need to go in, this cool thing about it is I don't get bent out of shape. For example, I've got a lot of stuff coming up towards the end of the year, and I've set and planned and made reservations and so on and so forth for them. However, with me knowing the mission that I want to go on, I'm not going to be freaked out if the plane doesn't show up on time. Now, is the plane not showing up on time? Is it all about me? Who knows? Maybe not. Is it to check my metal? When I get into airports and there's a lot of people, I get a little bit stressed. It's just airports with me. I'm just like, I just want to get in the airport, get out the airport. So I always try to find a place I can just sort of chill in my own zone, give me a cup of coffee and sort of just hide. And I try to, be in my, because people, it's weird. You ever notice, I'm changing subject here again a little bit. You ever notice people in the airport, they always sort of seem to stay by themselves. Like they don't really talk to one another. And normally, like if you're at a mall, you're like, hey, what's going on? You'll talk to people, maybe walking by, you'll stay casual here and there. It's just a different environment. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But to make a long story short, just remember, you've got to be consistent. If you've got the best green eggs and ham in the world, be consistent. Keep knocking on those doors saying, hey, I was just curious if you might be able to take a look at my green eggs and ham. Hey, I was just curious if you might be able to take a look at my green eggs and ham. Hey, I was just curious if you might be able to take a look at my green eggs and ham. No, I don't like them. Well, maybe you should try them in a box. Maybe you should try them with a fox. Maybe you should try them on the rain. Maybe you should try them on a plane, right? Whatever it is, you keep knocking on that door. And eventually they're going to say, you know what? This person, and people are watching you. They want to see if you're consistently showing up. They want to see if you're consistently showing up. And what I found is they do that. So got a couple of things for you. One, if you want to, oops, and I thought I had myself organized. If you'd like to be entered to win the drawing, go to this link right here, 50.xtrmtravel.com. That's 50.xtrmtravel. It should be like floating right across the screen, like right there. Try to do that. Catch the words. Let's see if I can walk on them. Yep. Anyway, I just had to do that. Sorry, that's my brain. So if you'd like the chance to enter to win $50 and you'd like to go in and set yourself up to see if you can save some money on some vacation and travel, definitely do it, because I love helping people save money. And on that, if you are in network marketing, direct sales, or marketing, I've got this really cool little booklet right here. It's called The Proven Guide to Grow Your Network Marketing Business. It's very neat. It comes in this really cool wrapping. I'm going to draw a name out of the hat. So I'm going to do a couple of drawings this Sunday. One is just going to be to give away the $50 for everybody that enters in the contest here. So if you'd like the $50, enter in the contest. And then anybody that sends me a private message that would like the Proven Guide to Grow Your Network Marketing Business, I'm going to draw a name out of the hat. And I will give you this book right here. Why? Because I've got a bunch of them that I already own. And I will give you this one. I'll put it in the mail with your name on the envelope and everything, and I'll handwrite it. And, I might even put like a kissy lips on the back of the envelope or something and mail it to you. I don't know about the kissy lips, but I'll get it out to you if you win the booklet. So this is Forrest out in St. Louis. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. No more empty refrigerators. Go out and make an extreme impact. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow.